Hello, I'm Father Diego, and today, Wednesday, February the 12th, we listen from the Gospel of Mark, the second part of the Gospel that we read yesterday. Remember that I said that yesterday and today is kind of the same conversation that Jesus is having with the Pharisees and then with the people. So we read today chapter 7, verses 14 to 23. Jesus summoned the crowd again and said to them, "Hear me, all of you, and understand. Nothing that enters one from outside can defile that person, but the things that come out from within are what defile." When he got home away from the crowd, his disciples questioned him about the parable. He said to them, "Are even you likewise without understanding? Do you not realize that everything that goes into a person from outside cannot defile, since it enters not the heart, but the stomach, and passes out into the latrine?" Thus he declared all foods clean. But what comes out of a person, that is what defiles. From within people, from their hearts, come evil thoughts, unchastity, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, licentiousness, envy, blasphemy, arrogance, folly. All these evils come from within, and they defile. Such an interesting gospel, don't you think? I think it's a very interesting gospel. So yesterday I did say that Jesus is not criticizing pretty much traditions and rituals, but the attitude. Again, what comes from within, from their hearts, of the Pharisees toward all those who don't observe or follow these rituals and traditions. And now Jesus is talking particularly about food. And we know that some ways, some practices of some branches of Judaism have a very strict rules about food and cooking, the kosher rules that we call. I remember I had a wonderful conversation last year with a friend of mine who is studying to become a rabbi, and he explained me over a meal, over a lunch that we were having, why the principles of those rules. Very interesting, very fascinating. I'm not gonna explain in detail all the rules. First of all, because I don't remember them, and secondly, because it will take us forever to do it. But anyway, Jesus again is pointing out not what comes from outside in, right? But what comes from within, the other way, right? In the end, Jesus is saying, watch your heart. Take care of your heart. Take care. Why the heart? Because for the Jewish mentality, the heart is the center of action and thinking of a person. Not pretty much the mind, but the heart. So what Jesus is saying, take care of your heart. Take care of what you let into your heart, right? And be careful of the ways in which you relate to others, right? Taking care of what we eat, not only what passes through our mouths, but also through our eyes and our ears. What comes to our hearts is what we foster, is what we probably then become attitudes or way of thinking or way of behaving, right? So what Jesus is pointing out here again is those attitudes, those way of thinking and behaving that are taken away from others, that are kind of excluding others, right? So I think that's the one of the messages of the gospel. Something for us to think. What am I letting into my heart? What am I seeing, watching, listening? What is nurturing my heart and my attitudes toward others, right? Okay. Have a wonderful day with a cup of coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow with the message of the gospel. Cheers. Ciao, ciao.